Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to attempt to do a F-Bomb Mom Cup. So I am going to apply my glitter. This is Mother of Pearl white glitter. It's my base glitter. I'm using Mod Podge to apply it since it's just one color. You need to prep your cup by sanding your cup really well, like smell the metal well. Once that's done, wash it off really well, make sure you get everything off of it, and then spray a white primer over. Now you need the white primer so that your product will stick to it well, because it won't stick well to the stainless steel alone. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush Mod Podge around my whole cup. Now you gotta work fast when you're working with Mod Podge because it does dry fast. So you want to try and work fast, and also make sure you're getting smooth coats. You don't want, and you don't need a whole lot. You don't want it thick because you want it to be able to dry in a decent amount of time. And you want it nice smooth coats. A nice smooth coat. Now this is just a regular brush I actually got from the dollar store. You can use a sponge brush, which I usually use, but they're falling apart on me right now, so I'm using this. Now once your cup is thoroughly coated, take your glitter and sprinkle it on. Make sure you dump off any excess glitter. You may need, depending on your glitter, you may need to do multiple coats. The best kind of glitter to use on these cups is a polyester. I will link below where I got my glitter. If you couldn't see it in the video well enough, I will link below the link to where I got it. It is called Mother of Pearl. This is one of my favorite glitters. It's so pretty. It just has like a rainbow effect to it, so I really like it. And I think it'll look great with my F-Bomb Mom theme. Now if you haven't seen the F-Bomb Mom cups, it's what is it? F-Bomb Mom. I sprinkle that shit like confetti. So that's it. Honestly, since I did a base coat of white, I don't think I'm going to need a second coat of my glitter. I think it's good. I actually really like how it is. So I think we're good. Which also, that's what I like about the polyester glitter. I have used craft glitter from Michaels, and a lot of them you have to use like quite a few coats, and sometimes they just don't come out very pretty. But with the polyester glitter, you can get away with 1 or 2 coats. You get great coverage with 1 or 2 coats, which is what I love, because honestly, with Crystalac, covering glitter is a pain in the butt at times, and it just takes longer. So I want a glitter that's going to give me good coverage on the first or second coat. And polyester is great about giving you good coverage. I am working on the bottom now, so you just do I always do the bottom last, just because, well, because it's easier, I guess, for me. I don't know, I just do the bottom last. Now make sure you also get the edges. I kind of sprinkle it at an angle on directly on the edge to get that covered well. Ooh, looks like I completely missed this spot right here. Okay. Alright, that's covered. Let's get some glitter on there. I don't know how I completely missed that little section. But it looks good. Right, now what I like to do is also take the bottom and just push it into the paper. You always put a piece of paper, or even a paper. Some people like to use paper plates. I just use paper because it's what I have available. I don't buy paper plates, but I always have paper available for shipping, labels, and whatnot. So, okay, I think we're good. Let me fix the bottom. Hold on. I'm not liking the bottom, so I'm gonna fix that little spot. Now if you have like a spot that seems to be like poking up a little bit, like bumpy, just take your finger and lightly tap, like light tap, and it should help kind of smooth it down. Okay, what I'm gonna do after this dries, I'm gonna use a clear coat and spray it down. This will help seal my glitter so it doesn't shift around when I apply my bright tone. Bright tone is an epoxy alternative that you can use in your home safely. You don't need any mask, you don't need gloves. You can apply it with your finger. It's the bee's knees, I guess. It's pretty awesome. I used to work with epoxy, but it gave me really bad headaches, so I switched over, and I honestly am so happy I switched because I love this stuff. Alright, I'm gonna leave that alone. It's good with one coat. Remember, polyester glitter, yes. Craft glitter, no, unless you can find a good one. Like this purple and pink are both craft glitters. If you can see, like the pink is really dull under Crystalac or anything, even epoxy, it's really dull. But this purple is like gorgeous. So you can find good glitters that are craft glitters, but a lot of them come out like dull and just kind of, I don't know, bumpy-ish. I don't really care for them. Well, I'm gonna let this dry. I'll be back later to apply my Crystalac. I'll see you guys later. Alright, so I forgot to turn on the camera when I did my first layer of bright tone. So there's one layer on here. I'm going to apply the second coat now. The first couple coats are going to be heavier than the later coats because your glitter will soak up quite a bit of it. Now this is only one layer of glitter. I did seal it with my clear coat. Usually I'll smush it afterwards, which is you can see in one of my other video with the cup. You just take the cup. You can seal it with E6000. I just use a clear coat and let it gas off for 24 hours to 48 hours. And then once it's dry, you can take your cup and wrap it in a piece of sheet of paper and just smush, literally smush down the glitter with the paper over it. You'll hear a crunching sound as you're smushing it. So it's pretty easy to do. I didn't do it just because this is only one layer of glitter. If I had multiple layers, I would have done it. And because I forgot, I don't know where my head was today. But yeah, we're almost done. Make sure you get the bottom of the cup really well. I tend to not get it as great as the rest of the cup, so I try to really be diligent with it. But yeah, that's it. Once you get to your third or fourth layer of bright tone, you could also use extreme protection for this part. It's a little bit of a cheaper alternative to the bright tone, but it cannot be used as your final coat because the bright tone is what gives it nice shine. But it works well at covering the glitter. It does build slower than the bright tone because the bright tone has more solid, so I prefer to just use bright tone. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go and let that spin for 3 to 4 hours, and probably 4 hours because it takes longer over the glitter. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Hello, it's been 4 hours. I'm going to do a third coat of bright tone on my cup. Remember, it needs to be no more than 2 pieces of computer paper thick. So not very thick at all. The first couple layers are going to use more product, more bright tone, or extreme protection, because you can use extreme protection. It's going to use more on the first few layers because the glitter is going to soak up quite a bit of your bright tone. Alright, I'll see you guys in the morning because it's already getting late, and I'll do a light sanding and get on another layer. Bye. Okay, I'm back. It's been on my third coat, so I'm going to sand my cup. Make sure to use a face mask when you are lightly sanding. Just lightly sand with 400 grit sandpaper. You can get that. I will post a link to where I got mine. I got mine with my bright tone, and I like it because I can just, it's flexible, so yeah. Ooh, nice and getting so smooth. So I like working with skinnies because I feel like they're so much easier to sand than when you have any type of curved cup. Let me get this part. Now it doesn't need to be a wet sand. especially not the first layer. I never do a wet sand on the first layer. Now sometimes though, my cup refuses to be a nice smooth surface, so eventually I go in and do a wet sand if it's being difficult and not smoothing out like I'd like. What you do after that, you rinse it off, soap and water really well, get all the debris off, sanding, and then dry it with something that's not going to leave any fuzzies or anything of the sort. Really well. All right, get nice and dry. Now I'm going to add my fourth layer of bright tone. Now the cup is a lot smoother, so this is going to take less product than the layers before, because that glitter was just soaking up a lot of the product, a lot of the bright tone. So now it's not soaking up any of the bright tone. So you're going to use a little less. Okay, so remember, you need as much as 2 sheets of computer paper thick on your cup or on anything you're working on. Now, this is about 3 milliliters on a 20-ounce cup. This is a 15-ounce though, so we need a little bit less. It's about 2 to 3 milliliters. So it's not much at all. And it does self-level, so you don't need to like keep smoothing it. I'm used to using epoxy, so I kind of over smooth it, but you don't need to. It self-levels. And there you are. I'll see you guys in a bit to apply the 5th layer. And after the 5th layer, it might be ready for our decal and our chunky glitter, or I should say our confetti glitter, because it's not really I don't know, I wouldn't really call that glitter. I guess I have some, but this is what we're going to use for, let's get this, there we go. This is what I'm using for the confetti. See you guys in a bit. Hello, I am back doing my 5th layer of bright tone. We are so close to having a nice smooth surface for our decal. This is my first F-Bomb Mom cup, so I'm excited to see how it comes out. I'm hoping I can do the confetti glitter well, because I'm not a big user of chunky glitters. I don't use them. I've used them like 2 times total. So I'm hoping it comes out well, but I'm able to get it looking at least halfway decent. I always like to get the inner or the top of the cup, the lip of the cup coated. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna let it sit and spin for a few hours and I'll be back later to hopefully put on a decal or maybe one more coat. Hello, I am back. I'm going to do one more layer and then I'll probably be good enough to add my decal. One more layer of Bright Tone. Sorry about my little one in the background. She's mad. She wants me to pick her up. Mom life. Remember, you want it to be about 2 sheets of paper thick. And no thicker. Get the bottom really good. Oh, Lexi, baby. Oh, God. Just let it spin. It'll self-level. So you don't need to like swipe it a million times. It'll level out on its own. And that's it. See you guys in a bit. Hello, I am back. My cup is smooth enough for my decal. This is a water slide decal, so you cut it out as close as you can get and then you place it in water for 30 to 60 seconds. It will curl up. It's okay if it curls up. You wait for it. Once it's loose on the paper, you're ready to take it out. Yeah, we're pretty loose. So once it's loose, you can place it, kind of pull it off the backing a little bit, and then slide the paper from behind. Like that. And now you need a squeegee or something to get the water from behind it. I just use a silicone makeup brush. While it's wet, it's still able to move around easily. But once you get all that water squeegeed out, you won't be able to move it around. Now for the cup I'm doing, I want it in the middle because the confetti is going to be at the top and at the bottom. Some people just do it at the bottom, so you'd want it up a little bit higher. So you just squeegee out any excess water. Get it all out. All the water out. You don't want to see any wrinkles in your decal because that means there's still water on there and it's not going to adhere to your cup properly, and your bright tone will be able to get up under it and pull it up, and you don't want that. Once you've squeegeed out all the water, I like to take a dry paper towel and just blot it to get any water off. Blot it really well. Make sure there's no water on there. And now I'm gonna let this spin for about 12 hours and I'll come back and add a layer of extreme protection and add my confetti glitter. I'm gonna see you guys soon. Okay, I am back. I am Back with my Extreme Protection. I'm going to apply it all over my cup. And this is how I will apply my confetti glitter. So you want a nice even coverage. Now I think I'm gonna start with the very bottom of the cup just because I don't want to mess up the top part or anything once I get there. So I'm gonna do usually I do the bottom last, but for this I think I'm going to do the bottom first. Make sure it's completely covered, which I think we're good. I think our coverage is great. Okay. Now I'm going to take this off of here. Maybe, let me wash my hand. Now you got to work fast because Extreme Protection does dry fast. Oh, why is this not wanting to come off? There we go. Okay. It does dry fast, so you want to work pretty fast when applying with Extreme Protection. I don't know if you can see. Just shake it on. I might have to take off the lid just so I can get it to pour a little faster for this part. Oop. Oh, a little fast. I have a heavy hand, so I gotta not pour too fast. You can tap it down because it likes to stick up, so just lightly tap it flat. But I will come in with clear coat once this dries on. And I will do the smush effect. Now get the bottom. I'm gonna go pretty heavy on the bottom, and then go more sparsely with at the top, closer as we go up. Okay. Go heavy on the top, very top. I'm going to go heavy for like about, what is that, like half an inch? Okay. And then let me save this glitter. Ooh, that part didn't stick. Whoops. Look, it's already drying. That's how fast it dries. Tap, tap. No, we don't want you to dry yet. Unless I just missed that spot. We'll see. You know what? I'm not even gonna worry about putting it back yet. I'll just do my sprinkle. Sprinkle it. Okay. Because I don't want it too heavy right here, but the bottom and very top, I want it to be heavier. Okay, I think I like that. Just sprinkle it on. Now I'll probably end up having to get the top a little bit better coverage. So let me see if I can add a little extreme protection in those areas. Ooh, that's a lot more than I meant. And then we'll go over them. Lightly tap, lightly tap. Let's see. Let's see if we can just grab some handfuls. Ooh, there we go. Grab some. Hopefully that sticks better. Ugh, right there. There we go. Excuse my squeaky, I'm a pretty squeaky guy. Okay, I think we're good on coverage. So I'm just gonna let that spin for a few hours. And then I'll come back with the clear coat and do the smushing, because we want these pieces to lay flat. We don't want it popped out like that. All right, I'm gonna go for now. Hello, I am back. It has been at least 36 hours. I never did smush this, so I'm gonna see if I can do that. I'm just using the paper I've been using. Now, I'm just gonna do the ends because that's the only place with the chunky glitter. You guys can't see what I'm doing. So with smushing, you just wrap it in the paper and I rub the glitter and push it down. You should hear crunching. It will crunch when you're rubbing it. And then do the bottom of the cup. Alright. That's probably as good as it's gonna get because, well, it's chunky glitter. There's some coming off, that's okay. Now I'm going to add a layer of bright tone over this. Here's my bright tone. I keep my bright tone in a nice bottle. This should be interesting to, ew, there's a big chunk. Now this first layer, this glitter is probably gonna soak up a lot of this first layer. This is my first chunky glitter cup using bright tone, so I'm learning with you guys. I am learning with you. I'm so excited to do this cup. Like, I think it's coming out really well. I'm very excited. I think it's super cute. It definitely reached my expectations of it and how it would look. I was nervous because sometimes cups just don't come out how you expect, and you're like, I don't know if I really like that. But this one definitely reached my expectations, and I absolutely love it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you love it. Now to get the bottom, I just pour some on the very edge of the cup, and then just kind of swipe it down over the bottom. The bottom is just as important as the rest of your cup. Don't worry if some of the chunky comes off, like a little bit of pieces are coming off on my finger. As long as it's not a lot, we're good. Right, I did also start this while this one was drying. Look, how cute is that? To do this one, I sanded it really well, and I actually used acrylic paint and did a few coats of acrylic white paint. And then I used Mod Podge and applied my fine white glitter. Once that dried, I actually sifted through my chunky glitter and just got out the smaller pieces. I didn't want the big pieces. And then I applied Mod Podge on the bottom and the top and just kind of sprinkled it on and rolled it in, and just kind of did my thing and dipped it into the glitter. And then I let that dry really well. I added some extreme protection over it all. And once that dried, I did another coat of it so it was smooth. And then once that was nice and smooth, I applied my mini water slide decal. I did it the exact same way I applied this decal. So it was the exact same way, and just let that dry. I'm now going to apply my bright tone over this, which this is only going to need a few little drops. Like, it does not need much because it's mini. This is going to be a keychain. This is going to be this cup is not in order. It's just a cup I wanted to do for fun, and it will be available for sale on my page, on my Facebook and Instagram, which are gonna be listed in the section below. The links are will be listed. So if you'd like it, you can go ahead and purchase it. Your cup will come with the keychain for free. It is a free gift from me to you for purchasing my work. Let me know what you think of my cute little guy in the comments. And I just set him upside down to dry on this little piece of my paper towel rack. See? I don't really have anywhere else to put it. Like, I can't put it on here to dry, so he's just doing a little hang dry on there. Seems to be working for me, so hey, whatever works. You gotta get creative sometimes. Alright, that is all. I'm going to see you guys later. Once this dries, I'll add another coat. Bye! Hello, I am back. So I did a few layers off camera because I just had a lot to do, but I think we are ready for our last layer, so I'm going to do that now on camera. This layer I am not going to speed up because it's the last layer, but originally I had said that this cup was going to be available for purchase once it was finished, and that is not an option now because someone already purchased it. Someone saw it online and loved it so much before it was even finished and asked to purchase it, so it is sold. But we're about done. I got the bottom, and that is it. I'll see you guys later.